Hi, and welcome back to Thone's Hebrews Nibbles number 62, The Mediator's Death, Necessary, Part 2 of 3. And the subject today is the Old Covenant's reality. Now again, this is from Hebrews 9:16 through 22, which we read last time. And we're going to talk about sins. Why is this in the Bible? Understanding bloodshed. And the communications is the Mosaic covenant. The covenant between the government that Moses presented to the people from God as an agreement for their actions in the future. Application to me. In the Old Covenant, everything was to be sprinkled with the blood of sacrifice, and thus blood sacrifice was required again and again to cover all the sins. Dr. David Jeremiah says in his study Bible, the Old Covenant sailed on a sea of blood. We must realize that sin is serious business, and therefore blood is needed to cover those sins. Thus, Jesus' blood is vital because it removed not just the sin, but also the much more elusive need for sin in our lives. The Old Covenant blood covered the physical sins that we committed, murder, lust, depravity of whatever kind. Those were covered by the animal sins, but Jesus' blood is there to cover the sin and the desire to sin in our lives. God says blood is necessary for the covering of sin. My personal response, Lord, thank you for providing not just the forgiveness of sin, but also the guidance to live a life with less sin. Notice I didn't say no sin. That's not possible for a human on earth to be without sin because we live in a fallen world. But anyway, we'll talk to you next